It's pretty ignorant.
It is. And that's the beautiful thing about having someone like Christian on this podcast, is that it's not just me. It's not just me being like, this is the way it works and this is how the world runs.
Yeah.
You know, because nobody needs that.
No.
I promise you, nobody needs to be going down the same path I've gone down.
Right.
Yeah.
I please don't do it. It's not worth it. You will be sad a lot. Okay? Like a lot of disappointment. But you do get different perspectives, and the whole idea was to build a community of people that you have Christians, you have atheists, you have agnostics, you have people that believe all these different things and just want to talk about it, like regardless of what the actual answer is. Like, is Bigfoot an ape? Is Bigfoot some like weird half angel, half human hybrid, or half angel, half monkey hybrid, or some weird shit that would knock all of our socks off if we found out that was the case?
Right.
Or is it just something else entirely? Like, there's so many different possibilities out there that to just limit it to what I personally believe is just stupid, you know? Because number one, stupid. Don't take my advice on anything. I don't know what I'm talking about ever. All right. I just love talking about weird stuff. So, but I mean, I guess bringing it back to Bigfoot, this happens all the time on the podcast. It's Tangent City. But dude, I'm so stoked that you saw a Bigfoot. Like, number one, like that. I didn't think and I'm not the person that goes out and talks to people ever. It's just not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't think, I was like, what are the odds that I'm actually going to find someone nearby that has had an experience with something that we could categorize as a Bigfoot? And I was like,
the Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
He really does.
Yeah, now you just got to find somebody who's seen it in Alaska.
Yeah, exactly. So and I say it almost every episode too. I'm like, yeah, if you're local and you've seen a Bigfoot, I want to talk to you. Just it's simple as that. You know, we're in Wasilla, Palmer. There's a lot of sightings. There were sightings during the big earthquake.
Yeah.
And what was it? I can't remember the city, but there's people talking about like looking out and seeing like these creatures going to high ground and stuff when that was all taking place. And I'm like, well, they couldn't just be bears. Just bears walking up this mountain, you know. I don't know. There's too much craziness out there for me to be like, yeah, 100% it was bears. Are there bears out there? Yeah.
I'm gonna have to keep a notepad on me because I've already missed several stories of people. I was at an open house and this old timer came through and he started just rattling off stories about up here and even some with down in the lower 48. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, there's a guy at a coffee shop that I was talking to who saw one up here.
Yeah, it was like the Seward Highway.
Yeah.
He was going down around Turnagain Arm and he just happened to glance up on the hill and there was one just standing there looking right at him. And he said it was easy to see. It was big, massive, stood out from the foliage. And then he had a buddy that was in the military that told him that they actually were put on a special assignment down in, I don't know, Louisiana, North Carolina, South Carolina, somewhere around there. And they actually had to go out and shoot them. And they killed 3 of them. And they were using 50 caliber like guns on Hummers. And he said they were taking it like it was nothing. Yeah. Like they just kept coming. They had to unload. It was intense.
That's what stops me from saying it's like a physical ape.
Right.
I mean, at the same time, I don't know, like sometimes bears are a lot to take down. You know, you look at animals
50
like,
caliber rounds.
Pretty
that's
quick. Yeah, for
crazy.
Sure.
It is
Not
a
even
big
an
creature,
elephant.
though. I mean, a 10
it's
foot
a big
tall,
creature.
Furry, muscular. Heart rate is probably like 30 beats per minute.
Yeah.
But
I
even
mean,
a grizzly
my
bear.
heart rate goes at 40 beats per minute. You were talking about it with me with bears, how like the lower your blood pressure is, the farther you can go under stress.
Right.
It takes longer for something like that to bleed out. So like they probably bled out.
And the adrenaline you pop in.
And some of the things that I've read on the internet, you can't always believe what you read on the internet. Don't try to do that.
Dang.
But some of the things I read on the internet, if these creatures are as intelligent as they are and they try to stay hidden, they'll bury their dead. So
right. I don't have any problems with not finding the bodies because you don't ever find a bear dead.
And
in
who
the
knows?
woods.
Maybe they're cannibalistic.
Yeah. And also, what we should focus on now is digging up the forest.
Right.
Like, we will find one of these.
Absolutely.
The remains. Yeah.